Hello friends, myself Suman Kahanda, working as assistant professor from KK Wag Institute of Engineering, Nasik. Welcome you in engineering chemistry course, unit number 6, corrosion science, and our today's topic is dry corrosion. Corrosion, it is the destruction of the metal as a result of chemical reaction between the metal and the surrounding environment. For example, if you take any iron article and expose to the moist air, it undergo rusting process. Or if you take any brass article and it is exposed to the atmosphere, it gets covered with the green oxide film. So this is nothing but the corrosion process. So the chemical reaction between the metal and the environment, which includes water, seawater, acidic solution, alkali, or gas, that leads to the corrosion process. And these reactions may occur at a different rate at the different temperature, and it will be giving rise to different forms of the product which consumes a metal. So there is tremendous loss due to the corrosion process, like the loss of efficiency of the process, life of the equipments and machinery gets reduced. There is a probability of plant shutdown, or there is a possibility of the accidents and the hazards. So it is very important that we should know the mechanism of corrosion so we can minimize loss due to the corrosion process. So this is the example of corrosion, formation of the rust on surface of the iron, or formation of green film or green oxide film on the surface of the copper. So this is the example of the corrosion process. Now what is the basic cause of corrosion process? Most of the metal is exist in nature in the form of carbonates, sulfides and the sulfates. Now, this form is called as ores. Now, by using these ores is considered as a low energy, so we can consider it is a thermodynamically more stable state of the metal. So, by using these ores, we extract the pure metal. That process is called as a metallurgy process. A lot of energy gets spent in this process. So, the extracted metal is having the higher energy. So, we can consider it is thermodynamically unstable state. So, whenever these metal are in use, when it is exposed to the environment, it is likely to undergo in its more thermally stable state, and therefore that metal is undergo the corrosion process. So if you see the ore of metal, which is considered as a thermodynamically stable state, it will be undergo the metallurgically process, will get the pure metal. Pure metal, it is having the unstable state. When this pure metal exposed to the environment, then it will try to retain its original state. So we'll get here more stable than the pure metal, that is the corroded metal. So this is the basic cause of the corrosion process. Now we'll see types of the corrosion. So there are two types of corrosion, dry corrosion and wet corrosion. So what is meant by dry corrosion? So it is occurs due to the chemical reaction between the metal and the atmospheric gases. While wet corrosion, it is occurs due to the electrochemical reaction between the metal and electrolyte, which can be aqueous salt solution, acidic solution, or the alkali solution. Now the dry corrosion is again having three types: corrosion due to the oxygen, corrosion due to the other gases, and the third type due to the liquid metal corrosion. And the second type, that is the wet corrosion, is again two subtype, that is galvanic corrosion and the concentration cell corrosion. Now we'll talk about dry corrosion. Now, what is the dry corrosion? Dry corrosion, it is occurs due to the direct attack of the atmospheric gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, H2S, ammonia, nitrogen dioxide, and moisture. I will talk about mechanism of dry corrosion due to the oxygen, because oxygen is present everywhere in the large amount. So it will involve following steps. The first step is the adsorption of the oxygen molecule on the metallic surface. A second step is the dissociation of the oxygen molecule. The third step is the loss of electron by metal atom to the oxygen atom, and resulting in the formation of metal and the oxide ion. And finally, the last one is formation of the metal oxide film by the union of the ions, which is having the chemical adsorption process. So if you see here, this indicating the metal. Onto the metal, we have the metal atom on the metallic surface, and this is the oxygen molecule. So as per steps, your first step is the adsorption of the oxygen molecule. So if you see, this oxygen get adsorbed on the metal atom on the metallic surface. So after adsorption, that oxygen molecule get dissociated. So this is a dissociation of the oxygen molecule on this metallic surface. After that, there is a loss of electron by the metal and the gain of electron by the oxygen. So loss of electron by metal and gain of electron by oxygen will get here, resulting the metal and oxide ion formation. And finally, by the union of ions, there is a formation of this metal oxide film onto the metallic surface. So this is the mechanism of the dry corrosion due to the oxygen. So it involves four steps. First is adsorption. Second is the dissociation of the oxygen molecule. Third is the loss of electron by metal and gain of electron by oxygen. And the fourth one is the formation of the metal oxide film on the metallic surface. Now we'll see a reaction which involve in this process. First one, that metal is undergo oxidation process. It will forming the positively charged species with the release of electron. This electron is reaches to the oxygen and then it get reduced here. It will be forming the oxide ion. So reduction process is there. Therefore, finally there is a formation of the metal oxide film onto the metallic surface. Now, when oxidation starts, a thin layer of film is formed onto the metallic surface, and the nature of this film will be decides the continuity of corrosion or the growth of the film. So, metal oxide film is plays an important role whether the further corrosion is possible or the not. So, based on this, we have four types of the oxide film: porous film, non-porous film, volatile film, and the unstable film. So what is meant by porous film? If the oxide film is porous in nature, then through the pores, that means when it is exposed to the atmosphere, through the pores, that oxygen molecule get penetrate, and this penetration is continue till the complete metal is undergo the corrosion process. So the example is magnesium, sodium, potassium, calcium metals. The metal oxide film which is forming in this case are the porous in nature. So we can say in case of the porous, we cannot save the metal from further corrosion process. So sodium going to react, it will be forming sodium oxide film onto the metallic surface. Fe is going to react with the oxygen. It will be forming the Fe oxide. Or magnesium is going to react with the oxygen. It will be forming the magnesium oxide. A second film is the non-porous film. So when that metal oxide film is formed, it is a non-porous. That means it is a stable, it is a strong, it is well adhered to the metal surface. Now in this case, that metal oxide film itself acts as a self-healing or itself acts as a safeguard, and further corrosion gets stops. So in case of non-porous film, we can save the metal from further corrosion process. Example is chromium, tin, zinc, lead, aluminum, nickel or copper. So for example, in case of aluminum, it is forming the aluminum oxide film. In case of the zinc, it is forming the zinc oxide film. If it is a copper, it forms the copper oxide, or if it is a chromium, it is forming the chromium trioxide. Then third type of oxide film, it is unstable. So when the oxide film, it is unstable in nature, means it is forming, but it is having the instability. It will decomposes back into the metal and the oxygen. So in this case, there is no corrosion process or no corrosion taking place. So these are the noble metals like silver, gold or platinum. They never corroded. This is because it is forming the unstable type of oxide film onto the metallic surface. So if you see the reaction, silver is going to react with the oxygen. It is forming the silver oxide, which is a unstable oxide film. Then the fourth type is the volatile oxide film. So once the metal oxide film which is forming is a volatile, what happen? It gets evaporated. Again the next layer is exposed to the oxygen. Again it is forming the metal oxide. But because of the volatile nature, again it is going to evaporated. So this process will continue, and the fresh layer or fresh metal get exposed for further attack. And we can say in this volatile oxide film also we cannot be save the metal from the corrosion process. A complete metal is undergo for the destruction process. Now the example is molybdenum. It will be going to react with the oxygen. It is forming the molybdenum oxide. This type of oxide film is forming on the metallic surface. Now the next one, that is Pilling-Bedworth rule. In short, we can call it is a PBR rule. Now this rule is giving the information whether the given film is a porous in nature or the given film is a non-porous in nature. So this is a ratio we call as a PBR ratio, that is volume of metal oxide to the volume of metal surface consumed. So if volume of metal oxide is smaller compared to the volume of metal consumed, that type of film is called as a porous film. While if the volume of metal consumed, volume of oxide is a greater compared to the volume of metal consumed in the metal oxide formation, then it is a non-porous type of the film. So if PBR ratio is greater than 1 but smaller than 1.45, that metal oxide film is a non-porous type of the film. So these are the few values are given, which is giving the ratio of volume of metal oxide to the volume of metal surface which is consumed during the metal formation process. Now the second type of dry corrosion is corrosion by the other gases like chlorine, sulfur dioxide, H2S or nitric oxides. Basically in dry atmosphere, these gases is going to react with the metal and it is forming the corrosion products which may be protective in nature or it may be non-protective in nature. Dry chlorine is going to react with the silver and it is forming the silver chloride, which is a nature is protective. While if it is going to react with the tin, it is forming tin chloride and it is a volatile in nature. In most of the petroleum industry, at the high temperature, hydrogen sulfide is going to attack on the steel and it is forming the Fe sulfide scale, which is a porous in nature, and most of the time it going to interfere with the normal operations. Okay, the third type of dry corrosion is the liquid metal corrosion. In most of the industries, molten metal that passes through the metallic pipes and it causes the corrosion due to the either dissolution process or due to the internal penetration process. For example, liquid metal mercury, which dissolve most metal by forming the amalgams in oils, in sulfurs, or in organic substances. Thank you.